So I shared this guy's video regarding what I've been sharing about 4th of July and the rehearsal. He shares about JDV company that literally creates and works on created sicknesses that are mixed together, called chimera, to work on. And these are a bio, and it's to work on pokey things. It just so happens to be that 4th of July one from the fictional rehearsal with the boom, July 4th. Pause to read and screenshot. But what's crazy is it's called a chimera, and apparently is mixed with those other sicknesses, which are very extreme bad. But do you know what a chimera is? It looks like this lion head, a ram, and a serpent head as its tail. Also depicted as part man. Remember how the fallen angels mixed with human women? Well, they also mixed with animals to corrupt DNA of God's original creation. Many worship these things. And what we keep hearing about, that's giving messages to people that they're coming to save them, to cover up for harpazo, which Jesus will be saving people. The Anunnaki are a group of deities from ancient Mesopotamian mythology, particularly prominent in Sumerian, Akkadian, Assyrian, and Babylonian cultures. And we are in Mystery Babylon. They are often described as powerful little g gods who played a role in shaping human destiny. Some interpretations also suggest they are extraterrestrial beings who genetically manipulated humanity, which is all true because they're the fallen angels who manipulated humanity, both by creating babies with them, mixing animal DNA with them, and teaching them how to beautify themselves, how to use spells, incantations, how to use the signs in the heavens for their own selfish desires and more. Oh, can't forget, for remedies and helping people, but actually not helping them, if you know what I mean. Big P. This is for research purposes and entertainment purposes only. This is really interesting. Ancient astronaut theory. We know that astronaut or space company, in Hebrew, the name, the 4-letter name, starts with N and ends with A, means in Hebrew to deceive. But this astronaut theory suggests that the Anunnaki came from a planet called Nibiru. Nibiru is a deception and genetically modified humans to be workers, particularly for mining gold. What is DJT all about? Gold, the golden age. Some popular authors have popularized the idea that the Anunnaki came to Earth to mine gold and that they created humans as a labor force. But truly, the Anunnaki are the fallen ones. Or another word for them is Elohim, which means multiple little g gods, and Anunnaki. my gosh, is that the ark? That is a deception. Also found this to be interesting. Serpent priestess of the Anunnaki wearing a red dress. The woman of Babylon in red on a beast, a dragon, who goes to the heavenly courts and accuses all day long. The accuser, the enemy, the dragon. There's so much more on it. But this is crazy. Okay, so JDV launched a gene therapy startup with Battel and Amplify Bio to focus on the research and development of cell and gene therapies. A biotech firm that does testing on live animals, raising questions about it. But I got in my spirit to look up because Battel seems like it comes from battle. We're in spiritual battle, spiritual warfare over the fallen ones trying to lead God's children astray by changing and manipulating their DNA. But Battel has its roots in the old French word bateau, meaning boat or small vessel. This suggests a possible occupational origin, indicating that the name may have been given to those involved in water-related activities. Water, you don't say. Occupational origin, meaning man of battle array or warrior. Since this fictional experiment happened through chemicals in the air, we know that the enemy is the prince of the power of the air. Satan's influence is seen in the course of this world and in the sons of disobedience, indicating his sway over those who reject God's ways, according to Ephesians 2:2. Spiritual warfare, understanding Satan as the prince of power of the air, highlights the ongoing spiritual battle between good and evil, and the need for believers to resist his influence and stand firm in their faith. Okay, so this guy, his name at birth was different. So right now his name is James David Vance, but he was born James Donald Bowman. But also his name at one point was James David Hamill. The name Hamill has both Hebrew and Germanic origins with meanings related to home ruler or dweller by the marsh. It is not a biblical name in the sense of appearing in biblical text as a prominent figure. James is derived from the Hebrew name Yaakov, which is Jacob, meaning supplanter or holder of the heel. Okay, this is Genesis 3:14. Then the Lord God said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, cursed are you more than all the livestock, and more than any animal of the field. On your belly you shall go, and dust you shall eat all the days of your life." God bless you, baby. "And I will make enemies of you and the woman, and of your offspring and her descendant. He shall bruise you on the head, and you shall bruise him on the heel." In biblical terms, to be a heel holder, particularly in the context of Jacob and Esau, signifies a character who is scheming, deceptive, and prone to supplanting others. The name Jacob, which means he grasps the heel, reflects this tendency as seen in his birth when he clutches Esau's heel. This imagery extends to his later actions where he deceives his father to steal his brother's birthright and blessing. Vance, the name, means marshland or form of the marsh. Remember his one of his other last names was Dweller by the Marsh?